Hey guys, welcome back to another segment of Inked After Dark. My name is Heidi Levon, and I live right outside of Portland, Oregon, and you can find all of my stuff via Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat. What else do I use? That's about it. But you can find all of my work under Heidi Levon. I am a model, hairstylist, just starting out photographer, and yeah, I'm here to talk about basically everything and whatever. So yeah, so I'm just gonna wait as this audience builds. If anybody has any questions at all, let me know. Water with meow, delicious. If anybody hates drinking water like I do, put some of that water flavoring in there and it's like super easy. So this is where you can find all my stuff. Screenshot it. I got this lovely idea from my friend Jordan. So thank you very much, Jordan, for that tip. And I also have a naked dog with me. Oh, her name is Kia. She is a Peruvian hairless. She's not my dog. I wish she was. She's a very dear friend of mine dog. Dear friend of mine's dog. I think that makes sense. And a lot of people think she's a Chinese crested, but she's really, in fact, a Peruvian hairless. So, yes. People are asking me random questions here. One of them was how old I was when I got my first tattoo. It was on my 18th birthday, actually, and it was this tattoo right here. I was 18, so what did I like at 18? I loved metal music. I still do. It was from an album cover, actually, a 3-6 Crazy Fist album cover, and the album was A Snow-Capped Romance, because I'm from Alaska. So right now, I live right outside of Portland, Oregon, and I grew up in Fairbanks, Alaska. If anybody's been to Alaska, you know how cold it is. I am used to 40 to 50 below zero. My mom actually just told me last week, I think it was, that Fairbanks got to negative 52. Crazy. So, yes. Oh, and she jumped up. Gia. She wants to go. I'm gonna let her go out. Anyways, so yeah. I'm really super excited because I'm gonna be at the Pasadena Tattoo Convention tomorrow. I've never been to Pasadena. I guess it's technically Los Angeles. I've only been to Los Angeles once in my life, and it wasn't even for me. It was for my boyfriend to go do a photo shoot. Many of you guys may know that my boyfriend is James Ramsey. We do everything together, actually. We were actually at the gym earlier doing a live video, and you can also find that video as well, and I think it's somewhere shared on this page as well. Yeah. So, does anybody here live in California? And do you love it? Or hate it? No, I do not have pierced nipples. I've thought about it before, but I don't know. I think the healing process would be really annoying. How did I get into tattoo modeling? I wouldn't call it tattoo modeling. I would just probably call it modeling. I think I was just starting to get tattooed, and I realized what direction I wanted to take it into. I'm not really that tall. I'm 5'7", so I didn't want to be like a runway model or do anything like that. Actually, I did one runway show, and it was like the worst ever. It was terrifying. I was so freaked out. I could swear I got up on the runway and I actually like blacked out from fear, and then I like came to when it was over, and I was like, I'm never doing that again. So no, I just started to get more and more tattoos, and it just kind of slowly blossomed into maybe what people would call tattoo modeling. I would probably call it more alternative modeling, or being an alternative looking model, I guess. What's up from Indiana? Oh, nice. And I've also never been to Indiana. I do not speak Spanish. When I was in high school, I took Japanese for a couple of years. I'm a bit rusty, so I wish I would have kept on with it. It would have been nice. Yeah. So if you're just joining, my name's Heidi Lavon. I live outside of Portland, Oregon. I do a ton of different things. I do modeling. I started doing photography about a year ago. I just watched a bunch of YouTube videos and I figured out Photoshop and Lightroom, and it's all really super interesting to me and I'd like to learn more. So, yeah. I do have quite a bit of tattoos, a bunch of different things. In fact, it's kind of just all stitched together like a blanket. I feel like when I was younger, I wish I had more of an idea when I was younger, when I was getting all of my like beginning tattoos on like an end result. But I don't think you ever know that. I wish I would have saved my whole back to tattoo like one full piece, but I just have a bunch of stuff on it. So yeah. Yes. So here we are. Yes, and I'm super excited about California tomorrow. I still have to pack. I'm like the worst about that. I always wait till the last second to pack. And it's probably because all of the things I want to pack, I'm like still wearing those things. So I want to bring all my most favorite things with me. Yeah. Again, here's my tag. Screenshot that. You can find me on Instagram under this, right? Yeah. What are my thoughts on pinup tattoos for men? I think they're beautiful. I guess it just depends on your taste, what you want, and which artist is going to do it for you. Now, it's kind of difficult to turn around. If you want to see my back, all my tattoos on my back, you can go to my Instagram and check that out. Do I like pandas? That is a very interesting question. I wish I knew more about pandas, or I wish I actually saw a panda in real life. I did go to Australia 3 years ago, and I did get to feed a koala bear, and that was super cool. I also saw dingoes, emus, wombats. I saw a lot of different things in Australia. I was really surprised that I didn't see any really bugs. I was out in the middle of the rainforest and I didn't see any tarantulas. I didn't see really any spiders. I think I saw maybe like one tiny spider, but I was expecting to see a lot more than that. I was expecting to see lots of stuff. It's a beetle. It's kind of hard to show someone your knee tattoo there. Yeah. What's up, Samantha? I am 29. I'm going to be 30 in May. It's so crazy. I still remember I was 17 like it was yesterday. Yeah. So that makes me a Gemini, and I'm also left-handed. I'm like a true lefty. Like everything I do is with my left hand. I think that dog's trying to get back in here. Hold on here, guys. Nope, false alarm. All right. So, of course, I think everyone who gets a tattoo has everyone has at least one story about their tattoos. A lot of my tattoos have to do with my childhood. So, like movies. This is Falkor from The Neverending Story. I have a lot of people ask me about that. Totally love that movie. I also have I have a Skeksis from The Dark Crystal. I love this. This is one of my favorites. And this one was done by Josh Oshier. I hope I'm saying that right. I think he lives in Florida. That was the last time. That was like 3 years ago. My chest was done by Bob Jones of Jackalope Tattoo, Southeast Portland. This sleeve was done by Derek Ward here in Portland, Oregon. This was done by Bob Jones, Derek Ward. Bob Jones did both of my hands. I had... my shin tattoo was the first tattoo that I had any girl tattoo. All of my artists have all been dudes. It's just how it's been. I don't have anything against chick tattoo artists. It's just how it happened. And it was kind of homemade-ish, as you can tell. So I had a buddy go over the whole entire thing because it was just like all blown out and crazy. So yeah, and I had Derek fix this one up for me. Thank you so much, Derek. You're the best. Yeah, it seems as if half of my tattoos were done by Derek Ward, actually. So like a ton of them, like a ton of my main ones. This one right here, this Chucky tattoo, was done by Dustin Kendig of Ronin Living Art Tattoo Studio here in Portland, Oregon. I love this. He's going to be at the Golden State Tattoo Convention all weekend, so I'll get to see him as well. I'm going to be getting... I'm really terrified. I hate getting tattooed. But I'm getting my whole right side of my butt cheek, well, my whole entire butt cheek on the right side tattooed by Joseph Heff. I hope I'm saying his last name right. Heff. And I'm super excited. I'm like that's like dream come true. Super talented. He's super busy. Y'all might see him tattooing here like every day live. He's amazing. Go check out his Instagram page. Yeah. Yes. So lots of comments on my hair as well. Yes, it's blue. I love it. My hairstylist is Tiffany Lewis at Kel's Beauty and Barbering here in Portland, Oregon. I am also a hairstylist. I've been a licensed hairstylist for 10 years, so a whole decade. And I love it. I think it's like the best job ever. It's very flexible. It's kind of like part-time job, full-time life. So I'm very fortunate enough to have my life be that way. Yeah. What's up, Colt? What's up, Colt? I'm not gonna open my legs, man. Ugh. West Palm Beach, Florida. Awesome. Yeah, I've never been to Florida. Actually, James and I, funny enough, just won a vacation to Orlando, Florida. And I'm excited about that. I don't know when we're gonna go. We have a whole year to figure it out. My sister still needs to go pick up these ticket vouchers in DC. They don't have any West Coast offices that they can be redeemed at, so my sister that lives in DC is gonna go pick them up. And we're still deciding because we also have free tickets to any theme park in Orlando, so Universal Studios, Disney World. I went to Disneyland once when I was like a super young girl. I barely remember it. I think Disney World would be really cool, but I love movies way more. So I think Universal Studios is what it's gonna be. So yeah. Do I ever get bored looking at the same tattoos on myself? Dude, that's what tattoo laser removal is for. In my opinion, I feel as if tattoo, I guess the proper way to say it, tattoo remover technicians, tattoo laser remover technicians. I hope that's correct. I think they're just as important in this industry as tattoo artists are, and piercers, and so on and so forth. Because when you run out of room, you're gonna get some old stuff lasered off and get some new stuff put back in, or you're going to rework every single tattoo that you have when you run out of space to do it. So, I mean, you're gonna have pieces that are like super old, you know, like 10 plus years old, 20 years old even. Or on my privates. Do I have any tattoos on my privates? No. My chest piece goes down fairly low, as you can see, kind of, you can see. I don't have any pelvic tattoos. just don't know what I would get there yet. I have the left side of my butt cheek fairly tattooed, but my right cheek is going to be completely tattooed. I don't know how far into my crack it'll be. Y'all will just have to watch that. And that will be this Saturday in a couple days around like 1 p.m. West Coast time in California. That'll be happening. Yeah. So I'm like nervous, excited. I'm like not looking forward to it just as much as I am looking forward to it. Yeah. I feel like the older I've gotten, the worse it's been getting tattooed. It's just my pain tolerance isn't like how it used to be, you know? Oh, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Yeah. So anyways, if you guys are just tuning in, my name is Heidi Lavon. I'm going to be like a broken record through my video, saying almost the same things because there's going to be an influx of people that come in and out. So yeah, so I live right outside of Portland, Oregon. I'm a licensed hairstylist. I do some modeling. I do some photography. I do a little bit of everything. If y'all want to find all my stuff, backwards, there it is. So go ahead and screenshot that. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram. I will be doing a Inked After Dark show, episode, whatever you want to call it, every Thursday night, evening. Yeah. And that's basically what it is. I'm here to talk about all kinds of things, answer questions that people have for me. I'm here to talk about Is My Girl. It's Inked Mag's new platform. Basically, models, alternative models, whatever, can go on there and use that platform to put all their videos or photos, full photo sets, things like that. Sometimes photos that you can't just post on regular social media platforms for obvious reasons. But yeah, so y'all should check that out. Yeah. And it should be launching here pretty soon. I actually just signed all my forms, so I'm like really excited. And apparently I'm getting a package in the mail probably sometime like next week or something, and I'm supposed to open it here live on video for y'all to see. I don't even know what's going to be in the box. I was like, it better not be a big exploding box of dildos, because that would be crazy. You love my eyes and voice. Thank you so much. I don't like my voice at all. Like, it's hard for me sometimes to like go back and like listen to videos just in general of my voice. I think everybody kind of doesn't like the sound of their voice, right? I'm not the only one, right? I do, of course I have a public Snapchat. Yeah, so one of the platforms that all my stuff lands on will be Snapchat, is Snapchat. I don't use it as much because Instagram now has like, they have live, they have Snapchat store, Instagram has Instagram Live and an Instagram stories now. So Snapchat is not as much. I go there every once in a while, I peep in, but for the most part I'm on Instagram. Wall going in place. All right, am I a no? No, I'm not a UFC fighter. But don't I feel like with my shorter hair, I kind of, gosh, what's her name? She was in Deadpool. I feel super lame for like forgetting. Gina something. I've been told I look like her. I've been told I look like a number of people. With this haircut, I feel like Charlize Theron and I think it's Ian Flux. I don't know. What's up, Owen? I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, you know what, Daniel? A lot of people are super unnatural nowadays. That doesn't mean their personality is unnatural, though. You know, it's kind of hard. It's 2017, so everyone's modifying something. Whether it's your hair, okay, this is what it is. Modification, period. And that's the same thing as breast augmentation. You're coloring your hair, you're getting your nails done, you're going tanning, you are working out, and you're putting makeup on, extensions. You're like modifying yourself. So it's all the same thing to me. You know what I mean? And I think everyone at least once in their life has done some sort of modification, whether you're tanning all the time or you're like working out like all the time. Like, I mean, if you're working out to be super huge, you know what I mean. You're modifying yourself. Yep. So if you're just tuning in, again, my name is Heidi Levon. And I do a little bit of modeling. I'm a licensed hairstylist. I do some photography. Yeah. That's what I do. I do stuff. Thank you so much. My hairstylist is Tiffany Lewis. You can find her on Instagram under Lil Tiffers 1122. Lil Tiffers, Tiffers 1122. She's awesome. She's the only person I trust with my hair in general. I'm super picky. It's okay to be picky. I'm just reading some stuff. Yes, this is Falcor on my chest. I super duper love The Neverending Story, one of my all-time favorite movies. Yeah, and I also love The Dark Crystal. I love Labyrinth. I love all of that. It's all great. Where am I from? I grew up in Fairbanks, Alaska. If anybody's been to Alaska, you know how cold Alaska is. I'm so glad I'm not a smoker anymore, because when I was a smoker, I would get super bundled up. I'd put on like 10 layers. I'd put on gloves, scarves, hats, and I would go outside and maybe like take 3 pulls, and that was all, because it was just too cold. So then I'd put my cigarette out, and then I'd go back inside, and then I would like prep myself to go back outside to smoke. So I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore. I did quit smoking cigarettes cold turkey. That I feel like that's the only way to do it, because I've tried every other way besides medication, of course, but I have tried like slowly tapering off, or I'm not gonna buy cigarettes, I'm gonna go bum off everyone. You just become a very annoying person that everybody does not like when you're bumming their cigarettes. Yes. So thank you so much. I'm getting a lot of super awesome positive stuff on here. I do stuff and things. Yeah. My IG is Heidi Levon. Why do I keep doing it backwards? There we go. That's me. And if any of you guys live in Pasadena or the surrounding areas, Los Angeles, whatever, I'm going to be at the Golden State Tattoo Convention tomorrow. Like, wow. We've been planning to go to this for like months. And the day has come, and I haven't even started to pack, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. I'm like nervous, excited. Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be tight. Thank you. Sorry, I'm like squinting. I have the worst eyes ever. I wish I had another cell phone right here that I'm like reading off of, but I feel like I would hold it this close to my face too. I'm getting glasses when I come back from California. I have an eye appointment like the same week, next week. Yeah. So yeah. So if anybody has any questions for me, just let me know. Let me know. If you would like to draw a picture of me, that would be awesome. I wish that I had that much talent. I can kind of draw, but I can't draw anything that's like super realism. My mom drinks hot seawater. That doesn't even make any sense, dude. No, my armpits are not tattooed. I did thankfully wax, well, I had my boyfriend wax my armpits. He waxed everything on me. In fact, I'm like teaching him. He's like doing it really good, man. If you go, no, I think it's already off my Instagram story. But sometimes I post live like snaps of him waxing me, like, all there, my armpits, whatever. I used to Periscope it. I used to Periscope James waxing my armpits, and that was a big hit. I don't know why anybody would want to come watch that, but I had a ton of people come watch that. That was hilarious. But yeah, I would totally get my armpits tattooed. I would first wax, and then I would, oh, look at that. Look at this muscle. Yeah. Okay. Do I know about contracortisone? No, I don't. I have no idea what that is. Under my neck. This says blessing in disguise. Where does the B start? Blessing in disguise. Blech. This is Falcor on my chest. My very first tattoo was on my 18th birthday. It's hilarious, actually. My 18th birthday rolls around, and my mom wasn't that stoked at all about me getting tattooed. my parents are really cool, and my family's like super close, super tight knit. But it's funny because I was very rebellious, and I was like, well, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do because I'm gonna do it, you know. And I had a job, and I was working my ass off. And my mom said, if you get a tattoo, you have to pay for it, of course, and that's totally fair. At first she said, not under my roof, or not until you're 18, but I was 18, so there's nothing she could do about it. So I worked really hard, I saved my money, I went to my tattoo appointment, I got it all tattooed, and when it was all done, I had misplaced my wallet. So I had to call my mom, the person who did not want me getting tattooed, and she had to come down to the tattoo shop and pay for it all. And I mean, she was kind of mad. She wasn't mad forever, but she was mad. She was real mad. So yeah, so then I just started getting all kinds of other tattoos. My parents really hated. They still don't like these things at all, you guys. They're fairly large. I'm at 1 1/8 inches. I used to be one size bigger, which I don't even remember what that size is. I only wear silicone, mainly because they're more flexible and they don't fall out of my ears. Like, I don't like anything heavy. I like my ears to look more like up. I don't like them. I don't like saggy lobes. It's just my thing. My favorite tattoo. Oh, duh. My favorite tattoo is this. This is my favorite tattoo ever. And it was done by Dustin Kendig here in Portland, Oregon. He's actually going to be at the Golden State Tattoo Expo all weekend. So if y'all live in the surrounding areas, y'all should come out. Yeah. Let's take some photos, get some high fives and hugs going on. Say your name. Scott Parker. What's up, Scott? Hello from Vegas. How many times I've been to Vegas twice. I wasn't that impressed, I'm not gonna lie. The first time I went to Vegas, actually both times I went to Vegas, I couldn't find proper coffee. I also couldn't find vegetables or sushi because we're in the middle of the desert. I'm not really that surprised. Yeah, I couldn't find anything. It was probably because I was on the strip like the whole time, and I imagine that if you go off of the strip in Vegas, you're gonna find the good stuff. You gotta find the hidden gems. But here in Portland, we are super spoiled. If anybody has been to Portland, you know that Portland has everything for everyone. Like, if you're vegetarian, if you're vegan, if you're gluten-free, sugar-free, whatever. There's a ton of pho restaurants here, which I eat pho all the time. Sushi, fresh fish, because we're by the ocean, technically, because we're on the coast. What else is super delicious? Oh, Steakadelphia. Oh, let me tell you, I've been to Philly twice now, and Steakadelphia here in Portland is the bomb. That's my favorite restaurant here in Portland, maybe besides the Observatory. Delicious. But Steakadelphia is actually owned by a family that is from Philly, and they have all their stuff shipped there, and I don't know why it tastes so much better here than in Philadelphia. It's like shocking. Portland, Oregon, not Portland, Maine. Yeah, so if you're just tuning in, hello, my name is Heidi. This is the broken record again I was talking about. Every week, Thursday evening, I do a Inked After Dark segment or show or episode or whatever you want to call it. Talking about all kinds of things. Talking about the tattoo industry, talking about modeling, hair, relationships, whatever. I am in a relationship with my boyfriend, James Ramsey. A lot of people have asked me, is it hard being in a relationship doing what you do? Not at all. Actually, in fact, James does most of my photography nowadays. It's just more convenient. It's fun. And I feel safe. That's a piece of advice that I tell girls all the time that ask. They say, what's a good piece of advice that you could give me while modeling? And I just say, bring someone. Feel safe. You don't want to be around anyone that makes you feel uncomfortable or unsafe. You know. Horsefly badass. What's up, Jackie from Chicago? I've never been to Chicago. I've only been to the airport. That was it. And then after I left, I got really sick, and that was bad for like 4 days. So yeah. No, actually, Eddie. I don't know if I'm going to the Philly show. I went a couple years ago and it was awesome and I loved it. And it's like the biggest show that I've ever been to. I was like shocked. Here in Portland, like if we're talking like size wise, like the aisles are like, there's like 4 or 5 or 6 aisles. And in Philly, there's like 20 plus, I feel like. Tons of people, tons of things to do and things to see. I had originally talked about going to Philly with James, but I don't know yet. But I am going to Golden State Tattoo Expo tomorrow and Saturday, and then we leave early Sunday morning. Cause then I gotta work Monday, y'all. Awesome. Megan says her husband will be tattooing at the Philly convention. I assume you've probably gone before and you enjoyed yourself. Lots of boyfriends. No, not lots of boyfriends. Just one. One's all I need or can handle. I've been to Albuquerque before. My oldest sister used to live in Albuquerque, actually. What is the most I've paid for a tattoo? Shit, I don't know. I feel like that's slightly a tacky question. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass on that one. My most painful tattoo, maybe my chin. Actually, right here was really super bad. This is hard. I had to like sit down and hold the chair of the arm like this. However, I was holding it like this, invisible cup. I was holding the chair arm like this, and this was the worst tattoo. People ask me what that's the worst tattoo I've ever gotten in my life, and it says 1 ring to rule them all. Yes, 1 ring to rule them all. What do you like job-wise minus modeling? What do I like job-wise minus modeling? Modeling isn't my life, like all my life at all. I've actually slowed way down on modeling. I do hair 2 days a week, or I do hair whenever I really want to, actually, but my set days to work are Monday, Tuesday at my salon in Portland. It's Kel's Beauty and Barbering. I love where I work. 6 months ago, I think it was like 6 or 7 months ago, I actually started working for myself, and now I 120% work for myself. Totally 100% self-employed, and it's like the best feeling ever. If you are a hairstylist, if you are a disgruntled hairstylist, and you're just like not feeling inspired anymore, and you happen to be working at a very corporate salon, get out while you can. Work for yourself. It's like the most empowering, liberating feeling that you could ever have. And that would be my best piece of advice to any hairstylists that are listening to this video right now. There is more on the other side. It's kind of scary at first. I was actually very scared. Not that I didn't think anybody would follow me at all. I have clients, I've had clients for over 6 years that have followed me from salon to salon. That's awesome. Just everything, the whole doing everything on my own, like buying my own supplies, doing my own taxes. This year is the first year that I'm going to be doing literally like all of my taxes, and it's like really overwhelming. So I got like a business account. I'm going to set up an IRA. I'm feeling like responsible, you guys. So yeah, I guess that's what adulting is all about. So besides modeling, I do hair, I do photography, I do all the like techie, geeky stuff. I'm learning. I like taught myself Photoshop and Lightroom and video stuff in the past year. And I'm learning more. And if anybody has any advice or tips for me on that, then I would love to hear it. I'll take your advice gladly. Yeah. Do I twerk for work? I do not twerk for work, y'all. Here's a little something about me. I don't know how to twerk. I just can't do it, dude. I got this thing that I can do though, and James calls it the grandma bounce. Yeah, I can grandma bounce. It's like the bad version of twerk. I just can't do it. I don't know how to do it. But you guys should check out, I think it was on the Inked Mag, that Here We Are, Inked Mags on this page. It was like on a loop, and it was a live video of, I hope I'm saying it right, Diza Morgan, and she's got the huge octopus octopus coming out of her butt, and it's crazy, but she can dance super good. I wish I could dance like that, but no. I can grandma bounce. And if you're lucky, maybe you'll see that on my Instagram feed somewhere sometime. But yeah, that's what's up. Thank you. Yes, I've got some detail. How do I get to be a girl like you? I guess that would depend on what your idea of what a girl like me would be. I'm not really sure. If you wanted to be a little more specific, maybe I can break that down for me so I understand that a little bit better. And I don't speak Spanish. I'm super sorry. The only language that I actually took in school was Japanese. I can say like a couple things, but I'm super rusty. Again, there's going to be an influx of people coming in and out. If you want to know where to find my stuff. Oh, I picked it up correct this time, y'all. Screenshot that. That's where you can find all my stuff. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, blah, blah, blah. I'm mostly on Instagram. And I'll also be on Is My Girl. My special link will be HeidiLavon.ismygirl.com. So, do you feel like, Ryan says, do you feel like you get judged because of your tattoos? Nah, not really. If you've ever visited Portland, or if you live in Portland, Portland actually statistically has, how do I say this? It's the #1 tattoo shop per capita, I think I said that right, and strip clubs. Portland is known for its strip clubs. Yeah, like copious amount of dancers and strip clubs on every corner, everywhere, and they're great and they're awesome, and I visited under other strip clubs and clubs too in general, and it's just different here in Portland. Like, all the girls have like mohawks and shaved heads, and everyone's got like throat tattoos and like split tongues, and like it's really crazy here, and I wouldn't even call them strippers. I would call them like exotic performers, because they're so good at what they do. We got like contortionists and chicks that breathe fire and just do all kinds of acrobatical stuff that I can't even dream of doing, because I'm just so not coordinated. I can't do that, you guys. I can't do it. But I wish I could. I think it would be fun to take like pole classes or like aerials. I might start that. I have a friend who asked if I wanted to. Silks and hoop. I hope I'm saying that right too. Yeah. Thank you so much, David. No, I'm not single. My boyfriend is James Ramsey. You can find him on Facebook and Instagram and all over the place, actually. And he does like a fitness segment every Thursday morning. He's an amputee. It's really interesting to watch him try and do leg day, especially. So, I have no tattoos on my, I have one tattoo on my foot, on my left foot, and it's a Jesus fish on my toe. That's all I have tattooed on my feet, you guys. This is just not cooperating, y'all. I am 29. I'm going to be 30 in May 22nd. So it makes me a Gemini, for anyone who's wondering. And do we have anybody else out there who is also left-handed? Because I'm totally left-handed, and so is James, actually. It's a rarity. It's a small percentage of people who are actually left-handed, but then when you take two lefties and put them together, it's even more rare. Yeah, it's special. Thank you so much, Richie. What is it? My favorite tattoo, you're going to hear me say it over and over. My favorite tattoo is my Chucky. It's my Child's Play piece right here. I love all of them. My favorite one out of all of them, though, is The Bride of Chucky, because I love Jennifer Tilly and I love Tiffany, and Tiffany is my best friend's name too, so it's kind of ironic. Oh, microbladed eyebrows, yes. So I actually went live when I got right before I got my eyebrows microbladed a couple of months ago. My microbladist, I don't know if that's a word, I'm gonna just go with it. Microbladist is Erica Brown, and she's here out of Portland, Oregon, downtown Portland. And you can find her under Viva La Brow. She's amazing. I love her work. I'm very grateful, and I feel super lucky. I actually recently went in for my touch-up, and it didn't even need the touch-up. She just did a couple like hair strokes, and that was it. My skin held it very well. It might be because my skin is dry, and I just didn't want to push it out, but I retained it very well. Whoa! May 26th, and you're left-handed? That means we are both one and the same. What's up, Lape? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Yes. So if you're just tuning in, my name is Heidi Lavon. I do a weekly show Thursday evenings. I talk about all kinds of things. If you all have anything that you would like me to talk about in particular, shoot me an email, management@HeidiLavon.com or HeidiLavon@gmail.com. It's the same thing. It'll just be rerouted to the same thing anyways. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm nerve dang. You want to know how you can get this color? Is that what you're asking? You want to pre-lighten your hair, obviously, to get it this vivid and bright. I use all kinds of things for my color as well. Sometimes I bounce back between Pravana and Arctic Fox. Sometimes Lunar Tides. Sometimes Joico. Sometimes this and that. If you're a hairstylist, obviously you'll pick out your favorite brands to use. You'll find what works best for you. Yeah, I love having blue hair. It's really hard to get away from it. I always go from blue to black or black to blue or turquoise or anything. Oh, my knee. Everything in between. So, I am not married. A lot of people think I'm married to my boyfriend, James Ramsey. They say your wife or your husband, and I'm super flattered. And in another world, I might be married. I already asked James to unmarry me if that's not a thing, but I'm making it up. And he said yes. So I'm very happily unmarried to James Ramsey. I cannot speak that language. I'm sorry. Who does most of my ink? I've got a couple people doing my ink, my tattoos. Half of my work is done by Derek Ward. He's not tattooing anymore. He's just doing art. He's just drawing and all that, and that's awesome. He's like just busy, family life, being a dad. And then a ton of my work was also done by Bob Jones, Jackalope Tattoo, Southeast Portland. He's amazing. And then Dustin Kendig did a couple of my pieces. He's also here, Portland, Oregon. And I'm getting tattooed Saturday afternoon by Joseph Heff. It's gonna trip me out, you guys. Heff. I'm getting the whole side of my right butt cheek tattooed. I'm excited and I'm not excited at the same time. I have the left side. I kind of have the left side of my butt cheek tattooed over here, and that hurt. And I imagine that my other butt cheek that's gonna get tattooed, it's gonna get like way more tattooed. There's a ton of lines. I'm scared. Ooh. So yeah, so I think we'll go live for that as well. And if you guys want to see me squirm around and I guess see my right butt cheek, y'all will be able to see it Saturday afternoon. So yeah. So yeah. No, I've never been to the Philippines. My dad is from Canada, so I have dual citizenship to Canada. I haven't been to Canada since I was super young, but I still have, it's like my citizenship card, or not my green card, but my citizenship card. I don't know if that's right. Sounds right. But no. So I've just been to Canada, but I did go to Australia a few years ago, and that was so awesome. I loved it. I'm gonna grab something. Uno minute. I had to grab this, y'all. I really wish I could like play music, but I know that's like a weirdo copyright kind of problem deal thing. I'm just plugging y'all in. Don't mind me. There we go. Yeah. So hello again. If y'all are just coming in, Trust this computer. Yeah. So if y'all are just kind of flooding in, my name is Heidi Levon. And you can find all my stuff here. Backwards. Screenshot that. I am on Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, Facebook. I'd say I'm notorious for being very loud and obnoxious and almost saying anything I want to. I feel like that's how it's always been my whole life. And yeah, that's just like how it's always been. Like, I don't really know another way. You know, I guess I'm learning. I'm learning, you guys. I would say my best quality is my cooking, and my worst quality is me interrupting every person that ever tries to get a word in. I'm trying really hard. It's called self-control. I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to absorb what people say to me and not interrupt them. So if you meet me in person and I'm interrupting you, shame on me. Apologies. Yeah, so I'm here to talk about like basically everything, anything. I have a lot of people ask me about the industry or being a tattoo model or tattoo modeling, photography, tattoos in general. And yeah, that is what we're here to talk about. That is what we're here to talk about. I mean, I don't know if that, I guess I would say I'm heavily tattooed, but it's kind of hard to look at, I don't really see the tattoos. I see the skin that's still remaining. And if I actually put my arm up like this, I have no tattoos. It's kind of crazy, right? Crazy. No tattoos. Tattoos. My favorite thing to cook are tacos. Like anything Mexican. I also make really bomb homemade mac and cheese that I'm really proud about. What else do I like? I don't really do a whole lot of baking. But I really do love brownies. I like to mix in caramel, however you want to say that. Nuts are really good. Chocolate chip cookies. My best friend makes the bomb chocolate chip cookies. So where I'm from, in Alaska, you know, we have like the fair, you know, and she won them. I think it was like 6 years in a row. The state fair best chocolate chip cookies, like 6 or 7 years in a row. So they're super bomb. She gave me the recipe. I feel like I can never make them as good as she makes them. So, I don't really vape. I mean, I don't know. I used to be a cigarette smoker. I smoked for 10 years, and I smoked heavy menthol cigarettes. And they're delicious, and I would say my biggest guilty pleasure would be Taco Bell and menthol cigarettes. I don't smoke anymore, but I'm still going to consider and classify menthol cigarettes under guilty pleasures. What else do I love? I don't know. I love a lot of different things. I'm really OCD. I generally will, if I'm wearing like a long sleeve shirt, I'll pull my hand in and I'll use the end of the sleeve to open up doorknobs. That's one. Yeah. I'm pretty neurotic about that kind of stuff. Yes, I do have plans to get this tattooed more. I'm keeping my right arm more or less like Alaskan theme, so I wouldn't mind getting like some salmon or some fish or like mountains. Maybe I'll do like a mountain scene back here. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I have no idea how many tattoos I have as well. I'm trying to work on one tattoo, just like one solid tattoo. That would be ideal. Yeah. There's a lot of writing that I can't understand, and that's okay. More languages I don't know. Starting a cooking show. I don't know, man. Let me think. And then have different people come on and cook things with me. I think that'd be kind of cool, right? I could get into that. I did learn how to make a steak properly, like on the stove, and it's butter. When all else fails, you guys, just use butter. It fixes everything. I do have a boyfriend. I don't want another boyfriend. One boyfriend is good enough for me. Yeah, my boyfriend is James Ramsey. I post about him all the time on my Facebook, my Instagram. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, and if you guys are wondering where to find me, this is where y'all can, that's not where y'all can find me. This is where y'all can find me. Screenshot that, save it, look me up. Check out all my stuffs. all my stuffs. And if anybody does live in the Los Angeles or the Pasadena area, I will be at the Golden State Tattoo Convention tomorrow and Saturday. I will be getting tattooed. I am happy and not happy about it all at the same time. I'm nervous. So, yeah. I hope I don't die. If you would like to see more of my tattoos, you can go visit my Instagram. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna say that. Yeah, Butter is super amazing. Come on. My hairstylist is Tiffany Lewis. You can find her on Instagram under Lil Tiffers 1122. She does hair locally here in Portland, Oregon at Kel's Beauty and Barbering. That's where I work. I work Mondays and Tuesdays. I basically work whenever I want or whenever my clients want to come in and get their hair done. So, yeah, I'm lucky enough to be 100% self-employed. It's the first time I've been able to be 100% self-employed in my life in like 10 years. So it's pretty great. That's pretty great. So yeah, if anybody has any questions in general, just let me know. Leave them here. I'm seeing a lot of language writing I can't understand, and that's okay. Oh, Kyle. Yes, the infamous pizza photo. Y'all might have seen that pizza photo. It's me and my boyfriend, naked, with pizza over all of our stuff. It was delicious pizza. We did eat the pizza when it was done. I would love to get that pizza photo made into t-shirts. I have made a few prints of it, and they did fairly well. It was kind of just like, you know what, I'm just gonna print some photos out and see what happens. And it was when I was already at a tattoo show in Jersey, and that was like a few months ago. So that did fairly well. I do play. I know. I fidget a lot. I can't help it. I would probably blame the fact that I'm also a hairstylist and I'm like judging my hair. I'm judging how I have it brushed and flat ironed and everything. So yeah. Have I ever been to East? You mean like the East Coast? Yes. I actually used to live in New York as well. I lived in Long Island like 10 years ago. I lived in Long Island very briefly for about 8 months. I did work at a salon somewhere in Long Island, I think off Jericho Turnpike. I hope I remember that correctly. And 10 years ago, I was just I don't want to minimize what I was, but I was like a shampoo girl / assistant. So I just did the shampooing and I applied the glazes to people's hair. That was really interesting working in New York, actually. A lot of people were a bit taken back that I was from Alaska, that I am from Alaska, and they were asking me all kinds of questions, like, did you live in igloos? Did you have polar bears as pets? No, I did not live in an igloo. No, I did not have any polar bear pets whatsoever. Yeah. So if y'all are just tuning in, there's gonna be people coming in and out. I do this episode, show, segment, whatever you want to call it, weekly, Thursday evenings. And I'm here to talk about all kinds of things. If you guys have any topics or subjects you guys want me to cover, if you have any questions, leave them here and I will get to them as fast as I possibly can. Or hopefully I will just read them and I will answer them as we go. And if you want to find all my stuff, this is where you're going to find my stuff. Right here. Yes. What made me get this Chucky piece? Well, first of all, it's like my favorite movie. Like the collection. I love Child's Play. It's great. It's a Bradley Dorff. Brad Dorff is the dude who plays Charles Lee Ray, or, you know, Chucky. And it's amazing. I loved it. I watched it all the time as a kid, and I still watch it today as an adult, as an almost 30-year-old. Super weird. Yeah, I can't believe I want to be 30. Like, how weird is that? Really just goes faster and faster the older you get. It's kind of scary. No, I've never been to Huntington, Long Island. How much... I was asked this question earlier, how much did I spend on my tattoos? And I think it's kind of tacky question, so I don't think I'm gonna answer that. I don't even know how I would even answer that, you guys. Lots of Spanish. I wish I learned Spanish in high school. I never did. I took Japanese a couple years and that was about it. No, I don't live in Alaska now. I used to. I was born in Casa Grande, Arizona, and I then moved to Fairbanks, Alaska, and I was raised my whole life in Fairbanks, Alaska, and it was super duper cold, like 40, 50 below. Yeah, and I was there for 18 years until I graduated. And then after that, I moved to Anchorage, Alaska, briefly. And then I moved to New York. And then I moved to Oregon. And that's where I reside. And for the last 8 or 9 years, I've lived in Southeast Portland. And then a couple of years ago, I moved right outside of Portland in this super small town, Estacada. It's like super tiny, tiny, tiny. It's kind of by Sandy. And it's kind of out by Mount Hoodish, kind of. If you keep going, I think if you're more in Sandy, you'll reach Mount Hood. And that's where Timberline Lodge is. And that's actually where part of the movie The Shining was filmed. And I love The Shining too. Like, it's the best. Yeah. Yes. And I love movies. I'm a super movie geek nerd. Actually, I was just answering a question. I was like, you know, I was like typing up a whatever. I was answering questions for a magazine article, and one of the questions was, what do you want people to know, and what's one thing you want people to know? And I felt like I couldn't come up with anything clever enough, so I said I wouldn't mind if people knew how much of a movie geek I was, because I love them. So that's what I do. I watch a ton of stuff. Actually, my favorite show right now is Vikings. Vikings and Shameless. I'm all caught up with Shameless, the American version, not the British version. I don't have anything against the British version. I've just fallen in love with the American characters more. And as far as Vikings go, super savage. I love the history. I love the characters. Ragnar's super hot. Rollo's super hot. I love all of them. Bjorn's pretty awesome. If anybody hasn't watched Vikings yet, y'all need to watch it. There's like a ton of history. It's like, you gotta watch it. And then I believe after every episode of Vikings, there's like a more historic, real life show that they play right after. So it's really good. Do I have a favorite sports team? Dude, I'm like really not that into sports. Like, I don't want to get like grilled for that, but I'm just not like huge into sports, man. Like, I hang out with James 24/7, and James has one leg, so it's not like he really wants to run around anyways. I like frisbee. I like ultimate frisbee. I wouldn't mind playing frisbee with anyone who wants to play frisbee with me. I'm all about that. Do you know something about Islam? No, I don't know. Is getting a tattoo on the calf of your leg best place to get one? It really depends, you guys. Like, what do you feel most comfortable? What body part do you like the most about your body? And then think about getting a tattoo there. You know, just think about what kind of piece you're gonna get, and then just place it. Don't think too hard about it. Don't get stuck on trying to have a story for your tattoos. Not every tattoo is gonna have a story. Like, I'm really bummed out I don't have a taco tattoo anywhere. Like, it doesn't, I love tacos. Like, I don't need to have some super poetic story about why I have a taco tattoo, you know? What else, what do I have that's, like, ridiculous? I don't know. I don't know. But don't get stuck on making yourself think that you have to have a story for it. If you love something, get it. Just don't even think twice about it. My favorite songs. My favorite type of music, I think the older I've gotten, has been EDM, so it stands for electronic dance music, obviously. I love Phanogram. I love Purity Ring. Ooh, I love Odessa. I love Bass Nectar. I don't really like a lot of dubstep, and Bass Nectar's more dubsteppy. But I love Bass Nectar. I can't not. I also like a lot of rap. I like a lot of rap. And not that like new age stuff, like that like voice auto-tuned. Like, I don't know, I'm not even gonna get into that, but like, you know, like old Dr. Dre, old Eminem, Wu-Tang, Project 3-6. Project and 3-6 are like my favorite. I grew up on them. Yeah. Yes, so if you're just tuning in, I am the broken record that just does not shut up with the broken recordness. And I do a little bit of everything. You can find all my work basically everywhere. I use Instagram the most. Yeah. And it's under Heidi Lavon. I have the info and the details above here. Thank you. Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Yes. Maybe I could do the grandma bounce to that. Yeah, I can't work it. I can do the grandma bounce, y'all. How do I feel about copying someone's less tattoos work on someone else? How do I feel about copying do you mean how do I feel about someone copying a tattoo and putting that on someone else? I think it just, I don't know, man. I mean, it's flattering. I know a lot of people that respect or favor or like someone's art that somebody else did, and they want something like it. Like, I can understand that. Like, I'm sure I have pieces on me that look like other people's work, or is other people's work, or it's like you take a piece of art and then somebody else takes it and they make it their own. Like, it's kind of hard to be it's kind of hard to be original sometimes. I feel like, I mean, it's 2017. A lot of everyone has done like everything, I feel like. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I do not do tats. I don't do tats, dude. No, I'm not a tattoo artist. I do some modeling. I do a little bit of some photography. I do hair. I do hair 2 days a week. I love it. It's very satisfying, liberating. I'm very proud of myself for learning so much. No, you're not going to see any tacos. Thanks. Yeah, so what time is it? I need to think about packing. I'm like the worst about that. I gotta go to California tomorrow, and I still need to pack. If anybody is in the Pasadena or the Los Angeles area, I will be at the Golden State Tattoo Expo tomorrow and Saturday. I will be getting tattooed Saturday. I'm like really excited, super nervous, very grateful, and I'm really excited to see all my friends. I'm super stoked to meet all the wonderful, awesome people that I've met on social media that I haven't had a chance to meet in real life yet. I'll be seeing people that I've already met in person. That's always nice too. I'll be going with James, my boyfriend. For those who keep asking, do I have a boyfriend? Yes, I do. His name is James Ramsey. We will be flying in super early tomorrow. I think we get in at like 8:30. So yeah. If y'all are out there, you guys should stop by, give us some hugs, take a picture. That would be awesome. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna like cut this here. I'm gonna cut it right here. If you guys want to find any of my work, if you guys want to find out what I'm doing, whatever. Is this the right way? No, it's the wrong way. Go ahead and screenshot that. I will see you guys hopefully this weekend at the Golden State Tattoo Show. I will be probably bouncing around from the Inked Mag booth to Black Hope Curse. I'm gonna go see my girl Jessica Wild. I'm excited about that. Yeah. Come say hello to me and James. And if I don't see y'all at the tattoo show, hopefully I see you guys next week, Thursday evening, for another awesome show of Inked After Dark. I also thought about having a guest come on, not just the naked dog that was on here earlier, but another model friend of mine. Let me know if you guys want to do a show where I'm shooting someone or someone's shooting me, and then we can answer questions at the end of it. Just let me know. So it's been fun. It's been real. But now, y'all, I gotta go. I gotta pack. So, peace.